Back at it again.
Again. What's going on, man?
Shit.
We're just telling a story at the end of the day.
You can enjoy a fully clothed, totally platonic cuddle session. Not sure what we're doing,
Are these lines safe? Yeah, we can literally say anything we want.
talk mad shit.
Please continue to follow us. You can find us on all social medias.
All social medias.
All social medias.
All podcasts.
Everywhere that you could listen to a podcast, we're pretty much there. Pew, pew, pew.
Rolling.
That's my pew, pew action. What's up, man?
What's going on, dude?
Nothing. Trying to not get sick again.
Shit.
I swear to God, it's like constantly just dodging germs from fucking daycare. It's brutal.
So the way the world works in my house anyway is that the kiddo gets sick and then the wife gets sick, like within a week of each other.
Oh, dude, 100%.
And I'm usually the one who, like, if I get sick, it's 24 hours of just misery for me. If they get sick, they're down for like a week each.
Oh yeah, but when you get sick, because I'm the same way. But when I get sick, and I'm assuming the same, like,
Yeah,
I'm tapping. You know what I mean? I'm down for the count. And it's usually 2 days. And I just sleep, and then I do the chicken noodle soup shit and Gatorade, like everything, like textbook. You
eat, love, pray.
You're
You're like, I don't even know how to respond to that.
I plead the
statement.
fifth.
Yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that statement. Now, I mean, I'd love to. Oh, and I'm just like a horrible cunt when it comes to being sick. Like, I don't.
You get grumpy and shit.
Yeah, dude. But I'm also, I think, pretty easy to take care of. It's like, just, you can like lock me in a room and just leave me the fuck alone and I'm okay. Like, I don't want you like checking on me.
Don't, baby, just leave me alone.
Yeah, and like, I don't need Jello or fucking anything. Just like
Jello.
Like, if I need something, I'll get the fuck up and I'll get my own stuff. But most of the time, I just want to be uninterruptedly sleeping for like a long chunk
sleep.
of time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking Jello. I hate Jello.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the worst.
If that was the cure for all sickness, I would probably not be cured.
Be really sick for a long time.
I fucking hate Jello.
But most of the time, like, especially like right now, it's kind of like that obscure scene from Predator, the first Predator, where like Jesse the Body Ventura gets shot and they're like, dude, you're bleeding. He's like, I ain't got time to bleed.
I ain't got time to bleed.
That's like actually my life. Like, I don't have time to get sick. Like, I don't have time for any of that shit.
I feel like Predator like could be an analogy for a lot of your life.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just like, have to just fucking show up no matter what. Like, I have to show up. So, I mean, it's not like, did I ever tell you the book I read, like, to get ready? Like, a lot of people read like parenting books, like before they have a kid, or
we have like a stack of them, and sadly I've chapters and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I read.
So no, you didn't tell me.
The Gulag Archipelago.
Say that again.
It's the Gulag Archipelago, or whatever, and it's actually like 4 volumes long, and
Jesus.
if you on Audible, one volume is like 40 hours. So there's 4 of them, and they're all about the same length.
Oh my God.
And it's survivor
like
story.
different ages.
Well, they're all survivor stories from people who survived in the Gulag.
Oh, dude, you threw me because you were talking about parenting books.
Well, I know. That's the point.
Okay.
So this is the book I read
to
to get ready for parenting.
Okay.
And the reason I read it, like, my logic behind reading this, because we read like a lot of these parenting books and, you know, this and that. We went to classes, did all that shit. And then I realized, I was like, okay, what I really need to get prepared for is like sleep deprivation,
survival skills,
like auditory torture, you know, so when the kid's like screaming at 3 a.m, you're on an hour of sleep, you know, all these things. Like, you got to be able to like focus through it and fight through it. So I read a whole bunch of books on like surviving.
That's amazing.
Like, you know, horrible situations.
I was confused, dude. We took the classes, and they were horrifying.
Oh yeah, man.
Like I don't think it helped me at all. It literally made me really paranoid.
The baby CPR class is one of the most like devastatingly frightening.
Oh, it's awful.
You can ever. They're like, the worst thing that you can ever have around your child is a balloon, and you're like, what? Every kid's birthday I've ever been to,
so many balloons.
There's balloons everywhere.
And, yeah, you know, it's the whole. Well, for me, it was the what is it called? Like when they suffocate.
Yeah, asphyxiation.
Yeah, but there's a name for it. Like a lot of children have died for this, and they gave it a name. Like they suffocate in their crib. So
SIDS or like
SIDS.
sudden infant death syndrome.
That's what it is, SIDS. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was what scared me to death. So I could not sleep with him in his crib, even with the camera on. I'm like, man, I'm so tired. I couldn't close my eyes because he's gonna roll over, and that's it. And, I mean, fucking the movies we watch probably doesn't help.
I'll tell you the best thing about having a kid that snores is that if he snores,
you can hear
you're
him.
Like, oh, I know he's breathing, man. This kid is sawing logs.
Yeah. Hold on. Shh. The snoring has stopped. Go check on him.
Yeah, go check on him. Get up, move. So,
dude, and I honestly have heard so many horror stories, but I can't really complain. My kid's been super easy. A couple of high fevers, a little bit scary. I know you've had some scares, but
yeah, but your kids high fever and my kid's high fever.
Oh, it's totally different. Yeah,
there's stories that you've told me. I'm like, you're not taking him to the hospital, and you're like, no, man, I gave him some Tylenol, we're good.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Literally, we called. Well, at first, I panic mode. It was like 101 probably, and I was starting to get nervous, so I called the doc. Like, hey, what do we do? They're like, well, how old is he? How much does he weigh? Okay, yeah, it's all right. He can't take Tylenol yet, so if it hits 103, give us a call. And I'm going, hold on. 103.
Yeah. Man.
And then after like 20 pounds or whatever it was, they told me don't go to the ER unless it's 105. And I'm thinking 105 is dead. Like you know what I mean? And he hit 103.4, and I'm going, okay, I'm for real nervous.
Yeah, man, your kid
but he shook it.
My kid gets to like 97. and we're like starting to prep.
97.
Well, because 96 is like where he lives,
right.
You know. So him at 98, 99, you're starting to see some kind of.
So his 98, 99 is the 103.
Yeah. So.
Well, and they always told me as long as they could be super hot, but as long as they're not acting really weird or too off, then that's the sign.
The weird thing is like my kid usually when he gets a kind of a higher temperature, he's like hype. Like a lot of kids like start to crash.
Feel like shit. Oh yeah.
And he's just like, let's go.
Oh no.
I'm ready to rock.
My kid crashes.
Yeah, no, man.
He's ready to rock and you're like, nah, dude, chill.
No, it's time to back it on down a little bit there, Trigger.
Well, we're figuring it out as we go.
Yeah, man. One mistake at a time. That's my big joke at home. Like he'll like grab something off the floor and shove it in his mouth, or do this and do that. I'm like, we're building an immune system, one mistake at a time here.
One
folks.
Mistake at a that should be our motto for our podcast. One mistake at a time.
One
folks,
mistake at a time.
based on true events.
We're learning.
We're learning.
Some of us are here to learn. So
I learned last week from you, man. The space Nazi, dude. That shit was awesome. That stuck with me.
Dude, that was a fun episode, man.
It was fun.
I was happy about that shit.
It was fun, and then it was really it was heavy.
I say fun,
and then it was fun. Like I listened to, I was like, man, it was a good time, and then it was really heavy, and then it stuck with me for a couple days.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you could learn something.
Yeah, I did learn. I always learn something from you.
Good.
It's a lot of useless fucking knowledge, but I mean,
well, I can't be the only one with this shit knocking around up there.
You know a shit ton. You know a little bit about like a lot of stuff. But there's some things like anything doing with history. You know a lot.
I have
like
areas. I have areas that
your knowledge goes deep.
Yeah, there's a few areas where I can kind of dance.
I was like, what rocket? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of take some of that stuff for granted when it comes to, I was like rifling off, certain things.
NASA stats.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
Like, well, hold on, back up. What?
Yeah.
Wascally wobbit.
Yeah.
Wascally walk it.
I think you said at one point. You're like, I don't usually keep notes in front of me.
Right. No. Yeah, you don't. Well, no, you read something and you retain it.
Yeah.
I if I watch something, I will. I'm a visual learner, I guess. But yeah, if I read something, shit, it could be gone
10 minutes from now.
I don't even finish the page half of the time, and I didn't fit. That's why we talked about it before. I'd love to read a ton of books, but it really has to be good. Otherwise, it takes me forever.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, just certain. You got to learn how you learn.
Well, yeah, I learned to fucking put the book down and go rent the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking
well,
all right.
Dude, you could always get
Is there a documentary on that?
You could always get like Audible and listen.
Yeah, I
to
thought
books.
about that actually. Yeah, I thought about that.
I guess we should probably do the normal plug.
Yeah, are we on Audible?
Are we on Audible?
Let's get on. No, but we are on the social medias.
We are. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Based on True Events Podcast.
That's right. And on the Twitter as Podcast Bote, Podcast BOTE.
We also have the Rockin' the Boat.
Rockin' the Boat.
Yeah, Rock the Boat.
Rock the Boat, yeah. I
Facebook.
was like, what's the Rockin' the Boat?
Yeah.
Rock the Boat is our Facebook group. We want interaction there. You guys have been awesome about interacting, but bring it on. We want more. More suggestions. Keep them coming.
And then
if you're not on the social medias,
you're not, but you still want to contact us.
Yeah.
You're still listening.
Our Gmail is rocking.
Our Gmail account is based on true events podcast at gmail.com.
That's right.
Yeah. So we picked the winner for January's
I wrote
for boat contest.
Yeah.
Going to Andy.
Yes, sir. And right now it's going. So we talked about switching up the T-shirt. We're not sure exactly which one it'll be, but you will get a free Dope Boat T-shirt.
Yeah.
What it is you throw out your suggestions. We're going to pick our favorite and then throw you a T-shirt for free.
For free.
For frizzle.
And then, of course,
our field trip
episode that's coming up is
what'd you call it?
You choose, we lose.
Yeah, it's good.
Episode.
That's the one.
Where we go to one of the 4 suggested places,
haunted locations
for a spooky good time.
So you could choose the Hannah House, Waverly Hills, Whispers Estate, or
Punderson Manor.
Punderson Manor.
I feel like that's like something straight out of Downton Abbey.
Yeah,
like
it might be.
Punderson Manor.
Yeah, I honestly, that's probably my least favorite. I hope that one doesn't get picked.
Well,
your wife is like one of 2 people that chose it.
Yeah,
we know why. So
yeah, she's trying to.
It's cheap.
She's trying to pinch pennies.
Hey, that's fair. Well, yeah, but she looked at the $1,000. I don't blame her. I mean, there's no way we're fucking spending $1,000.
Dude, we'll break into Waverly before we spend fucking grand.
We ain't got it like that.
No.
Nah. Shit. There it is. Well, what's up? So
at it again.
Yeah. You're going up first, right?
Yep.
All right. What do you got, man?
So I picked an episode based on a conversation that you and I had.
Oh, so okay. So this is technically another Audible.
It is kind of.
Okay.
You kind of picked it.
Oh.
By accident. You picked Buried Alive.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, that is my... Oh, yeah. Dude. This makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I'm going to go some weird places with it.
Okay.
But we're doing a Buried Alive episode, folks.
Like, I say... I don't know if I really have a phobia. Like, I don't love heights and shit, but, like, claustrophobia or being buried alive, it would be by far my top phobia. That shit... It's hard for me to watch films like what was the
there's that Ryan Reynolds movie where he's like buried alive.
Ryan Reynolds like single shot camera for 2 hours. I'm good.
Yeah, man. I know
he's handsome, but
I mean, I know you are.
No, that dope where it ended up being like these like zombie like creatures. Descent.
Oh,
the Descent.
That's a cave, bro.
Yeah, but they go like spelunking and shit, and it starts. Yeah. Like closed spaces, shit made me so uncomfortable.
So yeah, your phobia is more claustrophobia than.
True, but buried alive is
it's a version of claustrophobia. Sure,
you'd be claustrophobic if you're fucking buried alive.
So
it's petrifying.
We're gonna go a couple weird ways with this one because since this is kind of that scares me episode. for you.
Well, yeah, it'll make me really uncomfortable. So let's go.
Okay, so the buried alive phenomenon in your, first world countries is not very common these days, and for a very interesting reason.
Oh, okay.
So
You're gonna get historical with it.
So when you die in the United States, unless there are religious reasons for it, after the medical examiner has examined the body and determined the cause of death, they then drain the body of all its fluids and pump you full of embalming fluid. For a reason. It is for preservation reasons.
So we don't stank.
It's for preservation reasons. But it is also to fucking make sure you dead.
No.
Yeah, dude, they don't want your ass waking up on the table, bro. So like they definitely, like, the medical examiner is gonna open you up and shit, but they definitely learned, like, the preservation and then opening people up. There was a lot of, when we got to more modern techniques when it came to medical examining, that people who were not really dead, they'd start getting worked on, and it's like, oh shit, that dude sat up.
So so you're telling me at one point in time before they did this, people were literally not dead?
Yeah.
And they were getting
so
buried.
Okay, so here's where we're going to start. Okay. Do you know where the term graveyard shift comes from?
No.
Okay.
I had to think. No.
So there was what used to be called a safety coffin back in the 1800s.
A safety coffin?
So they'd put your ass in a box and then put your ass in the ground. And they would tie a little string around your finger. And that string would go all the way out of the coffin up to a little post.
Tell me it doesn't have like a bell on it.
And it had a bell.
Fuck off.
And one person every week from the town would be elected for the graveyard shift.
Oh.
To sit in the cemetery and listen for the dead ringers.
Oh, the dead ringers.
To see if they wake up. And it's also
horrifying.
And it's also where we get the term Saved by the Bell.
No shit.
Yeah, those are three 1800s.
Saved by the Bell, dead ringer, and graveyard shift.
They all come from
the
safety coffin, the bell that was attached to just above the ground near the headstone.
Oh, dude.
And you can go online and you can purchase a ringer post.
Whoa.
Today, like a vintage ringer post.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, that would be you'd wake up and then the fucking string would break or something, or the bell would fall off.
So,
or my graveyard shift dude would be stoned and asleep. God damn it!
This dude just fucking. They always pick the town drunk. You're
I'm ringing the bell. Oh, dude, that is horrible. That actually is was a necessity.
It was
necessary.
It was. They fucked up quite a bit.
Damn, again?
Yeah. So,
somebody happened to him twice.
Yeah, fuck,
not again.
So these things all came from the fact that there were very limited medical, information at times. Sometimes you can get into a deep coma and your body will be in a paralytic state. Where
coma. Yeah, okay.
So this is where this is probably more frightening to me than the claustrophobia side of this conversation. And it's the paralytic state for people who are in surgery.
Oh, people who wake
up in surgery and are completely aware of...
They feel everything.
Of everything, but yet they're in a paralyzed state from the anesthesia.
Oh, man.
So
there was a movie about that.
Yeah, so they just have to sit there and fucking...
And feel the whole thing, but they can't move. Oh,
right.
My God.
So they actually... because this is a known thing.
You're right. That's awful.
that this happens. So they've actually started. This I thought this was pretty cool. In a way to combat this problem, what they do sometimes. I don't know how often it is, but I know it's
Better be fucking every time.
At least in some situations, they do what's called a forearm isolation. So they basically tie a tourniquet around the upper part of one of your arms before they put you under. And so if it's twitching or moving, that's all voluntary because it's not getting...
You still have feeling, you mean?
Yeah, so
whatever.
like if your arms starts going ape shit...
It's because you're trying to move your whole body?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And the anesthesia can't get to the arm because of the tourniquet. And so they'll wake your ass up.
Yeah, oh, that's horrible.
So...
Oh, shit, his arm's moving.
So that is much more frightening to me, like the idea of them, like, you feeling them pulling on you, or even if you... Because some people, they'll get into that paralytic state and be completely mentally aware and feel pain.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, feeling the pain, but not being able to move.
And then you just sit there in that, like, complete basic shock of... And the other one was...
go ahead, sorry.
No, I mean, that to me is more frightening than... Like, because if you wake up in a coffin, like, you're pretty well fucked. You know what I'm saying?
I might have a heart attack right then and there, so I'm done anyway.
But the other thing is, like...
I mean, seriously,
if you come through a 4-hour surgery where they're, like, rebuilding something and you're hearing, like, them grinding on bone and you know, chopping away at shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then you come out of that, you live the rest of your life with the memories of them, like pulling and tugging on your innards.
Oh, dude. So what I was gonna say is, like, the dentist is a little bit of a version of that for me. Like, I got teeth pulled, and luckily I don't feel the pain, but you can hear the crunch, and you can feel like the thud and the grinding. Oh, so imagine if it's like on your body.
So this that brings me to an interesting story.
Segue.
I wasn't actually going to tell this story until you brought that up.
All right. Do tell.
When I was 18, I had to get my wisdom
teeth. A couple years ago?
Yeah. Right. I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled, right? And just like everybody does, but my insurance didn't pay for me to get knocked out. So it was kind of like a game time decision that they knocked me out.
Out of pocket for anesthesia?
Well, like, my dad was like, "No, dude, like, you need to knock him out. Like, this needs to happen.
Send us a bill."
And so they're like, "Okay, cool." And they put me in the chair, and I remember, like, I was like super high adrenaline at that time or whatever.
Right.
I imagine my blood pressure had to have been through the fucking roof. But they went to, like, stick me with the needle for, like, I guess, like, the IV or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, to knock you out. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even the knockout. Like, I don't remember what like, they had to take some blood or some shit. I don't remember what it was. But I remember, like, it scared me. And, like, when I jumped, like, it fucking shot the needle out.
Oh, God.
Of my arm. Like, I heard it go cling, 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 cling. And they were like... Okay, like,
we got a live one.
Yeah. So anyway, they're like, all right, well, they got that all taken care of, and then they're like, they put the mask on me, and the guy's like, okay, dentist is like, okay, start counting backwards from 100.
Right.
And so I think I got down to like 85.
Okay.
And they're like leaning me back, starting to like open my mouth. Like leaning, like they got masks on, and like I remember the dentist like turned away for a second, and like I sat up in the chair, and he like looked at me all crazy and was like, what? And I was like, well, I'm still wide awake, man. Like,
I got a little bit of a tolerance.
Yeah, like
raise the dose.
A misspent youth did probably. Attribute most of my tolerance level to anesthesia, but I just remember him. I just remember him going, "Okay, start over from 100," and I was like, "Okay," and I leaned back down in the seat, and all I hear is from the
cranked it up,
like, and then the next thing I remember is waking up, like
he like hit the high button,
yeah, and fucking completely
crank it up.
But I mean, had I not sat up in the chair,
oh man, he would have started drilling.
Yeah, he was gonna start, because they had to cut both of my cheeks away and come in on the side for both of my jaw.
Okay.
And so, but
I've got to get my wisdom teeth pulled like in the next month or two. So next conversation.
But that paralytic anesthesia thing for me always scares the fuck out of me because of that event.
I
like
totally
the
get it.
idea of like being mentally awake but not being able to move, or like had it just clicked
Oh man.
on me not being able to get up, but me just having to sit there for like a 2-hour procedure while you hear them grinding on bone.
Yeah, it's scary.
And feeling them cut your cheeks away and
Nope.
shit.
Nope. And the thing is, they're like under the assumption, I don't feel a thing, and you're
Right.
just whatever that movie was. I feel like Jessica Alba was in it or something, and it was probably pretty lame because I don't remember it. But I remember like the preview, like they're cutting into them, they show their eyes, and you just see the tear because they're like crying or whatever.
Wasn't it like that Cillian, the guy that was in 28 Days Later?
Murphy?
Cillian Murphy. I think he was in that movie.
Maybe that's what it was.
I don't know. I
remember.
haven't seen it. I didn't see it.
I remember.
I'm good. I'm good without it.
Oh, right.
You know?
Fair enough. Well, I just remember that it was a graphic image of just the eyes and you know, just the tear.
Yeah,
and the doctors don't see it or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.
Yeah. So
that is fucking like horrifying. For real.
And so that kind of brings me to a very upsetting thing is
Yay.
another upsetting thing is they do completely numb your entire like body or whatever when they do brain surgery on you, but they keep you awake because they ask you questions and shit.
And your brain has to be like,
your brain doesn't have any sensory nerves, so
your brain can't feel.
your brain doesn't feel anything. But they have to ask you a bunch of questions, and if they ask you like what's 2 + 2 and you say yellow, they're like, fuck.
Oh Jesus.
We hit the wrong quadrant or whatever the fuck it is. Like, but they have to ask you questions and keep your brain moving while they're doing brain surgery to make sure they don't fucking drift into the wrong areas.
Yeah. Wow.
So
So you're awake.
you're awake when they do
feel
the
anything,
bone
but-
saw on your fucking
I bet you
head.
can feel the vibration.
Yeah,
now.
you can feel that. Like that's what I've heard is like the people who say that,
Oh.
like you feel that vibration and hear that grinding in your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
That makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I'd be like, can I get a couple extra asprin?
Doc, hook it up, dude.
Hook it up, bro.
Call my dentist. He knows the right dosage.
So yeah, I think it's full.
High.
It's the full gas amount.
Make that arrow go all the way.
Yeah. So, but those things kind of bother me a little bit more because I feel like bouncing around with those memories. Is a lot more fucked up.
I didn't have anything happen to me that would trigger, that I remember at least, claustrophobia. I do. Yeah, right. Well, no, I mean, like I remember I used to have an issue with elevators, and now I'm good with it. So I don't know, whatever.
I mean,
I'm not really claustrophobic. I don't
like
think
the term phobia to me is like
it's used loosely.
well, to me it is the idea if I truly had a phobia, it would be something that I could no longer, you know, do anything if I had that phobia. That phobia to me, like I wouldn't be able to get on an elevator if I had traditional claustrophobia.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I use that term loosely because I think if you have a true phobia, it really does hinder you from doing whatever it is or being around or whatever it is.
Exactly. So there's things that
there's some weird ass phobias. By the way.
Yeah, there's some things that bug me.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, stuff that I don't want to see or be around or you know whatever.
Like,
but I mean, I'm still functionable.
Yeah.
You know, like I could still do things.
Well, I remember we went to the gorge and like there was a few times where we'd be up pretty high. My legs would lock. And I'm like, okay, I am straight up scared right now, but I was able to overcome that. So I can't say I really have a phobia of heights. Well, I just don't like it, and it makes, fucking freaks me out.
Well, yeah, I mean, but rightfully so.
I think most people have that, though. I don't think it's a phobia. If you're
and us at the gorge was like highly intoxicated.
Lots of Jack Daniels.
Like up on really crazy, dangerous. There's no railing.
Well, that was liquid courage. I never felt it then. It was if we ever went like early in the day and for whatever reason we didn't drink or whatever. I just remember my legs locking up, and so I was always going, "Oh yeah, I'm scared of heights."
Right. So
not a phobia,
but to me, like lockdown phobia, I don't know that I have one. If one pops up, I'll let you know.
I think you'll know.
Yeah. But so,
I still hate the idea of being buried alive in small spaces.
Right. So getting back to the subject at hand, so buried alive was definitely a much more prevalent issue leading up until, modern medicine kind of came around with things like the EKG and, brainwave monitoring, those kinds of things.
Flatline. Okay.
Yeah. I do feel like, and maybe, so that I kind of started this with saying in first world countries.
Yeah. I heard
so in other countries, even though that we're in the modern age, there's definitely got to be a fair amount of
whoops.
Yeah, coin flip when it comes to is this a coma? Is this motherfucker dead?
Yeah, if they don't have the modern medical right, or the technology or the money to have the machines and all the fucking
or just even the knowledge
or the knowledge. Yeah. Shit.
So one interesting issue from the 1800s that caused quite a few to be buried alive was some of your more well-to-do people would have lead-lined glasses.
Would have what?
Lead-lined, like lead, the metal.
Yeah.
Lined glasses.
Oh, okay.
So, and it was, I think it's in like stained glass, like some of your blown glasses would have like lead.
Okay.
In a sealing coat.
In the actual cup or glass, yeah.
So alcohol, in a caustic fashion, eats away at the lead.
Oh, God.
And people would drink it and
Lead
get heavy
poisoning?
metal poisoning and then just fall out.
Oh, shit.
And hit the fucking ground. And then they'd be like, oh, well, you were in a coma.
Alcohol poisoning, you're dead.
But everybody was like, oh, shit, this motherfucker died.
Oh, Jesus.
Put him in a box.
Oh.
Drop him to the ground. Now, the interesting thing about the safety coffin and the dead ringer is that you had to be pretty well-to-do to get the safety coffin.
To afford it?
I'm
assuming you got to pay for it. Yeah.
So,
oh God!
But there was
a
lot of things that we do when it comes to our burial rituals that have to do with straight up, myth, legend, concern, people coming back from the dead. People coming back from the dead, like those, the idea of that is the idea that they saw that shit.
Yeah.
Regularly.
Oh God.
That is literally why you have a wake after someone dies. They used to have
just in case
a wake because they would put that motherfucker in the house for the viewing.
Yeah, right.
And that motherfucker, if they woke up, usually it was 3 days. You wake up because of like dehydration and hunger. Like your body's like, I need stuff, and it will wake up. And that's why they have a wake.
A wake. Hence the name wake.
Yeah. So.
Damn. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Just like people are just mourning and, hey. Or maybe they don't mourn until the third day. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Countdown type of shit.
So that's.
Wow, that's fucked up. I never knew any of this.
Yeah. So, so a lot of the rituals, a lot of the things that we do.
Reasoning.
Is based in the history of where our fucking culture came from.
Interesting.
So
makes sense. Makes total sense.
Yeah, I mean, life and death was kind of a weird wash.
Yeah. Until
the invention of certain items in the medical world, like EKG.
Yeah, right.
I mean, just listening, like, dude. I mean, if you think about it, if you're fairly
okay,
if you're out of shape and you're obese, it's probably hard to get a fucking pulse on a guy.
True, yeah.
Or at least, here. And if, dude, I'm
not dead, I'm just tired.
Well, sometimes at night, I breathe very shallow sometimes. And it's hard to tell if I'm breathing. Like, I'll just,
you ever woke up and had Ash like checking your pulse?
well, I mean, I like now I've got that fucking breathing machine now. Like
Oh, do you?
CPAP machine. Like, it looks like I'm getting ready to get shot into space.
Sweet.
But so, and that fucking thing is loud. Like, if it comes away from my face even a little bit, it sounds like
Darth Vader. Right.
Sounds like a fucking plane is taking off.
Amazing.
But if it's attached to me, it's just like forcing air into my lungs.
Oh, no shit.
The whole time. So,
does Knox ever want to put it on?
No.
Dad, let me use your...
No, he's only seen me with it once, and he looked at me like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe keep him out of the room.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm not trying to scare my kid. Like,
traumatize my kid from, no wonder he doesn't sleep in your bed. Dude, note to self, get a fucking sleep apnea machine.
I just started the sleep apnea thing.
Oh, okay, right.
So this is a new occurrence. It's like 2 months or some shit.
Right on.
So
shit works?
I don't know.
Fair.
Like,
I'm still here.
I mean, dude, I feel like anybody who goes into the sleep apnea place, like, I don't think it matters. Like, when you walk in there, they're like, yeah, you got it.
You got to get a mask.
You got to get the mask, get the machine. It's like $1,800, man.
Damn.
For the machine. Like, insurance covers a ton of that shit.
Well, okay, cool.
But, you know, yeah, $1,800 a pop. You come in and take a nap. Like, dude, come on. I'm in the wrong business, man. I should have like done sleep doctor and stuff.
You need the sleep apnea 2000.
Sleep apnea 2000. Come into our office and take a nap.
Which color would you like?
Yeah, exactly. No, dude, they don't. It's all like that clinical gray.
Yeah,
like,
right.
There's nothing cool about it.
Death gray.
Yeah. So, but there's the idea of the story is very much based in claustrophobia. That's kind of, you know, buried alive. To me, the thing that's more frightening about the buried alive thing is not really the claustrophobia, like the stuck situation. Doesn't bother me.
Dirt, all that dirt on top of you, you ain't getting out.
The thing that scares me, like the asphyxiation side of it.
Oh yeah.
Which I feel like the more panicked you are, you're going to be burning that oxygen.
Oh, that's why I said I'm done for. Because one, it would be the, oh God, I'm not going to have enough air. And then that starts triggering panic. And then I can't move my arms to, you know, like that whole like idea of, I've actually been in an elevator with a lot of people, and I felt myself getting that like kind of rush of, and I had to kind of stretch my arms up just to kind of, I got space. So I would panic full on into a heart attack.
Oh yeah. So
100%.
So I'll give you one story.
Unless you can Kill Bill your way out. What's her name? Uma
Thurman. Yeah, I think they did that on. I don't know if it was MythBusters. I think somebody like debunked that as being bullshit because.
The 1-inch punch in real.
Well, not that. It was more the fact that like if you did get through the makeshift coffin, that the Earth is gonna like.
Cave in on you.
And it's gonna push out the oxygen you do have left.
You're gonna breathe all that dirt in. Yeah,
and you're not gonna. It's not gonna reopen other avenues for you to get new oxygen. So there's no way for you to kind of maneuver out.
Even if you got out of the coffin, you're still done.
You're still fucked.
Yeah.
So
I figured. Which makes it horrifying even.
But I'll give you a true story from the modern era.
Oh, bring it.
Okay, I believe it happened in Chicago, 1987.
Get the fuck out of Chicago.
I swear.
Have we not told one episode? Have we not mentioned Chicago?
well, yeah. This is so. I'm not gonna give any names and shit. But right. This is something I found. I think it was from what is. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. I found it from like it was one of the sites that we use to kind of review stories. So I at least trusted the information.
Fair enough.
But this gentleman received a phone call that one of his properties was being broken into. So he rushes over there to see what's going on. It was a baited trap so that he could be kidnapped.
Oh, shit.
So he's kidnapped. He's then placed inside of a homemade coffin and buried 3 feet underground.
Huh.
The assailants, knowing that they were going to ransom this man for money, installed a breathing tube and provided him with water in the idea that they were going to leave him underwater or underground until they could ransom the money from him, and then they were going to provide whomever the coordinates to come get the body and get him out of the hole.
Oh my God.
Sounds like a pretty good plan until the oxygen tube fails and he suffocates.
Oh yeah. Oh. Dude, see that?
Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, the trying to suck on the tube to get some air, and then just immediately like, oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, dude, that's horrible.
So both of them,
my God.
the police ended up finding the body. They actually, the helicopter squad or whatever,
3 feet with a tube,
was canvassing the area. They found his car.
Oh, right.
And then they're like, oh shit, well, here's the body.
But dudes get busted?
Yeah, the dudes got busted and were both charged with first-degree murder and aggravated kidnapping and assault. And they were convicted on the idea that they built the coffin, installed a ventilation system under the idea that they were going to ransom the man.
Yeah, slightly premeditated.
Yes, extremely premeditated.
Yeah, right. Yeah, wow.
So
yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah, I think that's almost worse than the waking up in the coffin and knowing that you're fucked. Is that little hope,
that
the
little
idea that
oh, dude, that's what immediately hit me. I'm like, now I'm like, oh Jesus, I've got enough air so I can survive, but now oh God, I'm stuck in this fucking, I don't know, man. I would almost rather be like, okay, no way out, I'm done for.
You're
tap
the fucked,
out.
or you're not fucked.
Yeah, that little bit of glimmer of hope, like you said, makes it so much worse. Especially if you get some breath, if you actually get some puffs of air, and you're like, okay, this is what's happening? Oh God,
yeah.
Like when you're way too deep underneath the water and you're like, I'm going up, but I'm not. Oh God, this is close.
Yeah. That is funny. Like if you ever see a movie where somebody's like holding their breath to like swim to something like like Abyss or like any of those like underwater movies, and they're like, oh, I gotta hold my breath so I can swim to the next area or do this.
For 10
like
minutes.
I always try to like hold my breath
the same time,
the same amount of time, and I can never fucking make it, man. I'm always like, how do these assholes hold their breath for like 5 minutes? And I'm like, I know it's Hollywood.
Well, they come up and they go cut, and then they go back down and start. But there are people like professional swimmers that can hold it for like a long ass time.
Yeah, like
deep divers and stuff.
Well, David Blaine like held his breath for something ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he did
like
that.
He was like a world record holder for a while. I don't know if he still is, but he like held like world record for holding.
He's a creepy dude, man.
He is. He's kind of, I don't know. He's kind of gotten more into that. He's trying to like recreate like classic magician tricks. Like he's doing like Houdini stuff.
Yeah. What I like about him is he researches and he learns how to, he goes it from like I'm going to train my body to slow down my breathing so that I know, so he's actually trying to do, it's more of a stunt almost than it is. It's not a magic trick or anything.
Now it is. Yeah. Like his old stuff though. I remember watching his first street magic thing and I was like, man, this dude's fucking legit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I hate, like, it is, like, I'm never going to go to a magic show in Vegas. Like, I'm like, hey, that's completely staged.
Chris Angel.
But I'm extremely interested in, like, street magic.
Yeah. Right in your face.
Right in your face. And, like, they, like, fuck with people.
Yeah, it's always good.
And I've seen some of them where I'm like, dude, how the fuck did they even...
How in the hell?
Like, I mean, I don't even... because I know it's like sleight of hand and this and that, but I'm like, dude, it's right there. Like, how did nobody else see that? Like...
Well, you know me, so I'm like, fucking that card trick was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. If I saw somebody, like, write my name on the paper and then, like, burn it on fire and then he rubs it on my forearm and it spells my name, I'm fucking like, okay, your magic is for real.
Or, like, the David Blaine did the one where he takes the cards and he, like, throws them against the fucking
window.
Through the
glass.
And it's, like, in the glass and it's your card. I'm like,
how in the hell
did you do that?
I've only seen it on TV, so part of me is like, okay, well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm like, but I'm like, I would literally, like, walk around in cities and be like, that guy looks like a magician. I'm just gonna go walk around.
Hey man, you do any magic?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
You got any tricks?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I can do some magic. Give me your wallet.
Yeah, come over here. Step in my van.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm fucked.
You're like, it was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it for the attempt at some street magic. We're gonna bury you.
We're gonna bury you.
Fuck.
Oh Jesus.
So I don't know. This episode, like, it also kind of brought me to a classic urban legend.
Which one's that?
So there was the idea. This is a, I don't know if it's an American urban legend as much as it is just an urban legend for our like modern history. But it has to do with the story of the young girl who goes to the store and doesn't have a lot of money. She's in college. And so she goes to like a consignment store and she buys a dress for this party that she's going to go to. And
I have no idea where this is going.
While she's at the party, she has a couple drinks, starts kind of feeling like shit. She ends up throwing up at the party. She's like, I guess I better go home, go to sleep. So she goes home and she lays down in bed, still not feeling well. Gets up in the middle of the night to go throw up, and next morning the roommate finds her dead in the bathroom. And so really have no idea how this young girl dies, and so they send her to the medical examiner, and the medical examiner sees her laying on the table, and he's like, oh man, this is like deja vu. I feel like I've seen this before. And he's trying to place it, and does his exam, and he's like, I don't really understand how this poor girl died. And all of a sudden it turns out, like, wait a minute, I recognize that dress. And then he realizes that the girl's dress was the same dress that he had just seen on another girl who had been brought into the morgue and had been dug up by grave robbers. And the grave robbers were taking everything that they could and
pawning shit off,
selling stuff off, and pawned the dress. And so it was the embalming fluid that had seeped through the body after
the dress
into the dress, had then gone into the girl, and the girl ended up being poisoned and dying.
Oh my God!
From the
never heard that urban legend.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
So now I tell that story.
I wonder if that's even possible.
So I tell that story because I remember growing up hearing that story.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. And for the record, these days, kids are like dipping cigarettes and weed and all sorts of shit and formaldehyde and smoking it. And I'm like, oh, how stupid was I as a kid to be like, yeah, you could go to Goodwill and get a T-shirt.
I'm never buying anything secondhand ever again.
Like, I'm done. I'm done. I just killed the consignment market for everybody that we fucking listens to us. But no, I mean, that was an urban legend, and I actually researched that a little bit because I thought it'd be like a kind of a cool avenue of this story, like a secondary story.
Yeah.
Oh, you get buried alive, and then they, whatever.
Your clothes end up killing the next person.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't be full of embalming fluid or stuff.
Oh, if you're buried alive.
If you're buried alive, right? But it was going to be like here's the grave robber aspect of it. But I couldn't find any legit story of any case where
that actually happened.
Yeah, where consignment clothes had led to the death of X, Y, and Z.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I'm glad that hasn't happened.
It was a cool legend.
Right.
I'm very happy it's
just a
never
legend.
Happened. Yeah, that it's just a legend.
Right.
I will say that the big takeaway for this entire episode is thank you, modern medicine.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, even if it's modern medicine to the point where, look, if it's down to me potentially being buried alive. Or you killing me by pumping my body full of, or draining all the fluid out of my body and then pumping me full of formaldehyde and embalming fluid, if that's the way that I die, at least I'm not waking up in the coffin alive and just to sit there and suffocate. I think I'm actually better with the idea of being drained of all my fluid to make sure that 100%. I'm dead.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm okay with that.
Do you watch The Office? I think you do. So you see the one where Dwight, he I forget who they were burying, but his whole family was around, and they lifted the coffin up. It was down on the ground. They lifted the top up, and he took a shotgun and was like, boom, boom.
Oh yeah. I was like, shit, did somebody wake the fuck up?
He's like, well, we got to make sure they're dead because, you know, whatever he said. I can't remember, but I was like, that's funny as fuck. But dude, no, burn me. I'm not being buried.
No, dude,
way.
I no.
Cremate my ass.
That is like, my wife knows. Like, do not cremate me.
Don't cremate
you. No, fire is like, I'm out.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm out.
See, I'm the other way around. No, I don't want to be worm food, dude.
So when we went to New Orleans, my wife and I, we did the haunted tour in New Orleans.
Was that cool?
No.
Yeah.
But one of the there's a lot of cool stories, but the guy that was our tour guide was like way too up here,
putting on a show.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, fucking
slow down.
I'm like, listen, Barnum and Bailey, put the circus in the fucking.
You ain't on Broadway, bitch.
Put that shit on the train and let's call it a day, bro.
Yeah.
But my wife, one of the stories they told was that supposedly there's a hotel down there. It's been renovated or whatever, but there was a fire and all these people died in the fire. And he goes on to tell this story about, like, you know, the people that he's like, there's two ways to die in a house fire like this. He's like, you can die of smoke inhalation, which is fairly common, and then, you know, you can die being burned alive.
It's like being engulfed by the flames.
Yeah. And he goes, so if I was ever, he goes on to tell this, he goes, so if I was ever in a house fire, he's like, I hope that I would have the state of mind to walk towards the fire and breathe in heavily to get all the fumes and fire into my lungs, because it'll kill you faster than
burning alive.
Like, because it'll burn out your lungs, and then you just suffocate. I'm like, then you're burning and you're suffocating. Like, why? Like, how are you going to make it worse?
Yeah. Well, dude, I feel like the fire, I hope, because anytime I see like a movie or you hear a story of someone being burned alive, it's like, I hope that the flames, the pain would knock you out anyway, and you just...
It's all fucking, like...
Right.
You know.
I could totally see that guy being like, oh, man, if I would walk towards the fire and you're sitting in the back with like a lighter...
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean,
like fucking staring the dude down.
I mean, the whole time, like, no, this dude was like way too, like, I mean, he's in New Orleans, he's doing the fucking haunted tour. Like, I get it. Like, you're, you know, he's trying to play that role. Like, he's doing it for tips or whatever. And
right.
Like, I'm not buying your character.
I'm not in, dude.
Sorry. I'm like, I would have been much happier with the tour if it would have been like, historically, you know, like, you know, just tell me the fucking
give
facts.
And
like,
then,
I'm much happier with that.
Yeah, right.
Than you trying to like church it up for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
You're not making it scary, dude.
Yeah. So, there's the other caveats to.
Well, hold on. So, I feel like you were telling that story because the reason you wanted to be burnt, or the reason you don't want to be.
Yeah, because no, dude, my thing about fire, like, that's it. It's not like a phobia, like, obviously, but yeah, like, just put me in the ground, man.
Yeah, you don't want to be burned.
Yeah, just put me in a cardboard box. Like, it doesn't need to be pretty. Like, I don't need you to put a fucking rock above my head or anything.
A bunch of Amazon boxes.
Just put me in the ground, man. Just put me in the ground. Like, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the ground.
Yeah,
my shit,
dude. Like,
you want to be haunted? Put my ass in the ground. I'm coming back for your ass
again. You know, I feel like, you know, it's the circle of life, man.
Yeah,
you go in, you came out of the ground, you're going in the ground.
It's not like we're gonna have an option.
Yeah.
Or I mean, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. Really,
you fucking write a will, dude.
Well, no, I understand that, but I mean, you don't. Once everybody walks away,
yeah, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But so some interesting side pieces to. I said side piece.
Side piece.
Side piece. The side piece of being buried alive is obviously your avalanche survivors.
Oh yeah.
People who have died in quicksand, which that is always I always like freaked out. Like when
quicksand
I was a kid,
everywhere.
When I was a kid, I thought quicksand was fucking everywhere. Like if there was sand, there was the possibility of quicksand, right?
That looks soft over there.
And literally, like I think it was like Bear Grylls or like Man vs. Wild episode, and he was talking about, and he like jumps into
like
fucking
head
quicksand,
first,
and he's just like, ugh. He's like, if this happens, and he gets out of it like nothing, and I was like, wait a minute, I thought it took like 13 seconds and you were dead.
He was like fucking Wesley and the Princess Bride, like head first, like
yeah, like no, he was just like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like it takes away the terrifying. But you're right. I was like, oh my god, growing up in Florida, there's sand everywhere, so it's like, oh Jesus.
I don't know, like who built this like prevalent idea of quicksand.
It's everywhere.
But like I think when we were kids, like it was almost like it was a public service announcement, like don't go near sand.
Yeah,
it's all quick.
It was a dare. Don't do drugs and watch out for quicksand, kids.
Yeah, exactly. Jodie Foster jumped out of a window because of fucking drugs, and quicksand is everywhere.
Quicksand's everywhere, dude. An avalanche. Jesus.
Avalanche. That one to me is, I mean, that's buried alive. That's your claustrophobia.
Oh, yeah.
That is out of the blue, like...
Not being killed instantaneously, like, oof.
Yeah. And cold. Like, something about being really cold while a lot of bad shit's happening has always been...
Freezing to death just sounds...
I don't know. Like, I would rather freeze to death than, like, the suffocate or die of my injuries in an avalanche. Yeah, suffocation to me is like, oh, you just go to sleep. Like you're just like, I'm just gonna go sleep. That like they say that like
you mean freezing or suffocation?
No, like freezing to death.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They say you just go to sleep, and like actually they say
you get
like
so cold you pass out or something.
Well, like they say like you almost get to like a euphoric level, like once your body drops to a certain temperature that like your brain is trying to protect itself, so it kind of like starts kicking endorphins in, and
it hits like 30, and I'm like, here I go.
Sweet embrace.
Embrace it, right?
Yeah, just the dark is coming.
Winter is coming.
Yeah. So
shit.
It's a nice, fun, cheery episode, but you had said something about buried alive being one of your phobias. And I started researching it, and I found the cool stuff about like the dead ringer, the graveyard shift.
Yeah, that was cool. I never heard that.
That stuff. The wake.
The wake. Yeah, that was the other one.
Yeah. So that stuff. I was like, and some of like our modern day rituals, where they kind of come from, is really based on in case your ass wakes up. Son.
Yeah, dude. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Oh, dude, my bell would be going off.
Yeah. So.
Oh, cool. That was good. See, I learned something again, dude.
There you go, man. I took your phobia and let you learn from it.
That's right. Oh, shit. What are you doing up next? Next week? Are we going to do a suggestion?
Yeah, it's a suggestion week.
All right, sweet. So well, that was a suggestion from me.
Yeah, it was a suggestion you didn't know you gave me.
Yeah.
So
that was cool.
But no, we're doing a listener suggestion.
All right, sweet. And we got a handful to choose from.
Yeah.
But keep them coming because we want more.
I mean, so most of the stuff that we got right now are like heavy hitters.
We really dark. The ones that I have are really not even, they're sad.
Yeah.
And involve children. And I'm like, God damn it, not another fucking, sorry about, well, Andy's to blame for Charlie Chop-Off. I guess I'll blame myself for Fish, even though it was a listener suggestion.
Yeah. I mean,
I opted to do it.
You could have gone for Holmes, man.
I know.
But yeah, no, I've got, there's a suggestion out there that I'm pretty interested in doing.
Thinking about?
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in doing that episode. So,
all right.
Tune in next
week to find out.
Yeah. And
watch out for quicksand.
When I do the next suggestion, I'll give the person a shout out for whose episode it was.
All right, man.
All right.
Good shit.